سيدي، نحن سعداء جدا بالمشاركة مع أصدقائنا في الهند والعالم في هذه القمة لنبعث جميعا ما يسعد شعوبنا ويطور دولنا. كما أشكر المشاركين والمنظمين لهذه القمة، وأتمنى للجميع النجاح والتوفيق والخروج بنتائج تخدم التعاون والتنمية والازدهار للجميع. شكرا.
Thank you, Your Highness. We profusely thank him for his words of appreciation. It is indeed our honor and privilege to have him over here. Our Honorable Prime Minister will see him off and will join us back in few moments. But we shall continue the program. On this occasion, we have with us some eminent captains of industry. We would like to request them to address the gathering and share their insightful perspectives, enriching this prestigious summit with their profound knowledge and vision. We would like to invite Shri Lakshmi Mittal, Chairman, ArcelorMittal, for his address.
नमस्कार। प्रधानमंत्री जी अभी हैं नहीं, शीघ्र ही आते होंगे, बट मैं मुख्यमंत्री श्री भूपेंद्र भाई पटेल जी, गवर्नर आचार्य देवव्रत जी एंड मेरे साथियों एंड ऑनरेबल डिग्निटरीज, पिछले साल सितंबर में वाइब्रेंट गुजरात की 20वीं एनिवर्सरी पर मैं यहाँ आया था और प्रधानमंत्री जी ने बताया कैसे आइडियाज़, इमेजिनेशन और प्रोसेस कंटिन्यूटी के आधार पर इस मेगा ग्लोबल इवेंट को एक इंस्टीट्यूशनलाइज्ड स्ट्रक्चर मिला है। प्रधानमंत्री जी ने उस वक्त ये बताया कि कैसे वन अर्थ, वन फैमिली, वन फ्यूचर की सच्ची भावनाओं को लेकर भारत की प्रतिष्ठा कैसे बढ़ेगी और हर इंटरनेशनल फोरम में पूरे ग्लोबल साउथ की आवाज को भी मजबूत किया है। माननीय मुख्यमंत्री भाई पटेल जी, मैं आपको भी डेवलपमेंट को आगे रखने और इन्वेस्टमेंट्स को आकर्षित करने और एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन को स्तर ऊंचा उठाने के लिए बधाई देता हूं। गुजरात में फेयर, ट्रांसपेरेंट एंड पॉलिसी ड्रिवन गवर्नेंस की एक पहचान रही है और जिसमें मेरी कंपनी ने भी अनुभव किया है। स्टील किसी भी राष्ट्र के आत्मनिर्भरता में एक बड़ी भूमिका निभाता है, क्योंकि ये इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर डेवलपमेंट, अर्बनाइजेशन, रिन्यूएबल सेक्टर्स, ऑटोमोटिव इंडस्ट्री, इलेक्ट्रिक व्हीकल्स, डिफेंस, रेलवेज आदि में बहुत उपयोग होता है। ग्लोबल टेक्नोलॉजी को सर्वोत्तम रूप से लाकर हम हाई एंड प्रोडक्ट्स को डेवलप कर रहे हैं, जो एसएमई से स्टार्टअप तक के स्टील कंज्यूमर्स को कम्पिटिटिव बनाने में मदद कर रहा है। गुजरात ने आज से 4 साल पहले आर्सलरमित्तल निप्पन स्टील इंडिया का स्वागत किया था और 2021 में प्रधानमंत्री जी ने और मुख्यमंत्री ने हमारे हजीरा एक्सपेंशन प्रोजेक्ट की भूमि पूजन की थी। मुझे ये बताते हुए गर्व हो रहा है कि ये एक्सपेंशन प्रोजेक्ट तेजी से बढ़ रहा है और लक्ष्य के अनुसार इसका फेज 1 2026 में पूरा हो जाएगा। आज वाइब्रेंट गुजरात 2024 के इस मौके पर हमने सेकेंड फेज के लिए MOU साइन किए हैं। जब ये प्रोजेक्ट 2029 में पूरा होगा तो 24 मिलियन टन क्रूड स्टील प्रोडक्शन की क्षमता के साथ 800 मित्तल निप्पन स्टील इंडिया का हजीरा साइट विश्व के सबसे बड़े सिंगल लोकेशन इंटीग्रेटेड स्टील प्लांट में से एक बन जाएगा। हमें पूरा भरोसा है कि गुजरात सरकार के सहयोग के साथ हम इस प्रोजेक्ट को अगले 5 साल में पूरा करने में सफल होंगे। हम केवल स्टील में ही नहीं है बल्कि रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी, ग्रीन हाइड्रोजन जैसे इमर्जिंग सेक्टर्स में भी निवेश कर रहे हैं। मैं ये कहना चाहता हूँ कि हम देश के लिए अगला 20 साल बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है और मैं आप सब लोगों को विश्वास दिलाना चाहता हूँ कि आत्मनिर्भर और विकसित भारत के 2047 के विजन को पूरा करने के लिए हम रेडी हैं। मैं इन सब प्रधानमंत्री, मुख्यमंत्री, गवर्नर साहब, इन सब लोगों को मेरे को मंच पे आने के लिए मौका देने के लिए मैं आप लोगों का बहुत आभारी हूँ। नमस्कार।
सर, आपके महत्वपूर्ण संबोधन के लिए आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। We would now like to invite Mr. Toshihiro Suzuki, President, Suzuki Motor Corporation, Japan, to please deliver his address.
Honorable Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, and all senior guests, good morning and namaskar. I'm Toshihiro Suzuki from Suzuki Motor Corporation, Japan. I'm much honored to be invited to this ceremony. In the past 10 years, under the strong leadership and constant support of Honorable Prime Minister Mr. Modi for manufacturing industries, Indian automobile market has been expanding steadily. As a result, India has become the third largest automobile market in the world. We, Suzuki, have also scaled up production capacity substantially in India. It's noteworthy that as compared to 10 years ago, we expect 1.7 times in vehicle production and 2.6 times in export sales in the current fiscal year. Thanks to Prime Minister Mr. Modi's progressive approach and India's growth, we will invest in the future also. Firstly, the first battery electric vehicle from Suzuki Group will be rolled out from Suzuki Motor Gujarat by the end of this year. We plan to sell this model not only in India, but also export to Japan and European countries. Secondly, to expand our VEV production in future, Suzuki Group will invest 3,200 crore rupees in Suzuki Motor Gujarat to add a new fourth production line, which can produce 2.5 lakh units per year. This will increase the annual production capacity of Suzuki Motor Gujarat from the current 7.5 lakh to 1 million units. Thirdly, we will invest 35,000 crore rupees for the construction of a second car plant in Gujarat, which would produce another 1 million units per year. As a result, the annual production capacity in Gujarat will be 2 million units, namely 1 million units at SMG and 1 million units at the second new plant. Finally, as far as reduction of greenhouse gas emission is concerned, our effort will be through a multi-pathway approach. That means, in addition to vehicle electrification, we will offer multiple options, such as compressed natural gas, biogas, bioethanol, and green hydrogen. Taking advantage of India's animal wealth, we will start production of biogas from cow dung. Together with National Dairy Development Board and Balance Dairy, Suzuki has already started construction of 4 biogas plants in Gujarat. Suzuki Group will always work to provide a variety of sustainable customer-oriented mobility options. Thank you for your kind attention.
Thank you very much, sir. We would like to invite Shri Mukesh Ambani, Chairman, Reliance Industries Limited.
Most respected Prime Minister Shri Narendra Bhai, Honorable Chief Minister Bhupendra Bhai Patel ji, distinguished guests and dignitaries from all over the world, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Gujarat and the 10th Vibrant Gujarat Summit, the most prestigious investor summit in the world today. No other summit of this kind has continued for 20 long years and going from strength to strength. This is a tribute to our Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Bhai Modi's vision and consistency. I have been one of the fortunate few to have participated in every single edition of Vibrant Gujarat. I have come from the city of the gateway of India to the gateway of modern India's growth, Gujarat. I am a proud Gujarati. Mane Gujarati hovanu abhiman છે. When foreigners think of new India, they think of a new Gujarat, Navu Gujarat. How did this transformation happen? Because of one leader, our beloved leader who has emerged as the greatest global leader of our times. And he is Shri Narendra Bhai Modi, the most successful Prime Minister in India's history. About Narendra Bhai, when you speak, the whole world not only listens but applauds you. My friends abroad ask me, what is the meaning of slogan that millions of Indians are chanting, that Modi hai to mumkin hai. I tell them, most respected Shri Narendra Bhai Modi ji, when you speak, the whole world not only listens but applauds you. My friends abroad ask me, what is the meaning of the slogan millions of Indians are chanting, Modi hai to mumkin hai. I tell them, it means India's Prime Minister makes the impossible possible with his vision, determination, and execution. They agree, and they also say, Modi hai to mumkin hai. My esteemed friends, I will never forget what my father, Dhirubhai Ambani, used to tell me in my childhood. Gujarat is your Matrubhumi, and Gujarat should always remain your Karm Bhumi. Today, let me declare yet again, Reliance was, is, and will always remain a Gujarati company. Each of Reliance's business is striving to fulfill the dreams of my 7 crore fellow Gujaratis. Reliance has invested over $150 billion, that is 12 lakh crores, in creating world-class assets and capacities across India in the last 10 years. Of this, more than 1/3 has been invested in Gujarat alone. Honorable Chief Minister Shri Bhupendra Bhai Patel ji, today I would like to make 5 commitments to the people of Gujarat. And will, first, Reliance will continue to play a leading role in Gujarat's growth story with significant investments in the next 10 years. Specifically, Reliance will contribute to making Gujarat a global leader in green growth. We will help Gujarat target to meet half of its energy need through renewable energy by the year 2030. For this, we have started building the Dhirubhai Ambani Green Energy Giga Complex, over 5,000 acres in Jamnagar. This will generate a large number of green jobs and enable production of green products and materials, and will make Gujarat a leading exporter of green products. And we are ready to commission this in the second half of 2024 itself. Second, Reliance Jio completed the fastest rollout of 5G infrastructure anywhere in the world. Today, Gujarat is fully 5G enabled, something that most of the world does not yet have. This will make Gujarat a global leader in digital data platforms and AI adoption. 5G enabled AI revolution will make Gujarat's economy more productive, more efficient, and more globally competitive. Besides generating millions of new employment opportunities, it will produce AI-enabled doctors, AI-enabled teachers, and AI-enabled farming, which will revolutionize healthcare, education, and agricultural productivity in the state of Gujarat. This will benefit every Gujarati in urban as well as rural areas, since to my mind, AI also means an all-inclusive growth. Third, Reliance Retail will further accelerate its mission to bring quality products to consumers and simultaneously empower lakhs of kisans and small merchants. Our retail business improves the quality of life of all households of Gujarat with better products and services. Fourth, Reliance will make Gujarat a pioneer in new materials and the circular economy. As a first step, Reliance is setting up India's first and world-class carbon fiber facility at Hazira. And finally, fifth, Prime Minister Modi ji has announced that India will bid for 2036 Olympics. In preparation for that, Reliance and Reliance Foundation will join forces with several other partners in Gujarat to improve education, sports, and skills infrastructure that will nurture the champions of tomorrow in various Olympic sports. Most respected Prime Minister Narendra Bhai Modi ji, before I conclude, permit me to articulate a conviction that resides in the heart of everyone in this hall and most Indians. As Chief Minister of Gujarat, you used to say, Bharat ke vikas ke liye Gujarat ka vikas. And that is how you made Gujarat India's growth engine. Now, as Prime Minister of India, your mission is Dunya ke vikas ke liye Bharat ka vikas. You are working on the mantra of global good and make India the world's growth engine. The story of your journey from Gujarat to the global stage in just 2 decades is nothing short of a modern epic. Today, and in today's India, is the best time for young people to enter the economy, to innovate, and to provide ease of living and ease of earning to hundreds of millions of people. The coming generations will indeed be thankful to Prime Minister Modi for being both a nationalist and an internationalist. You have laid a solid foundation for Viksit Bharat, India as a fully developed nation in Amrit Kal. No power on earth can stop India from becoming a $35 trillion economy by 2047. And as I see, Gujarat alone will become a $3 trillion economy. Therefore, I am confident, every Gujarati is confident, and every Indian is confident that the Modi era will take India to new summits of prosperity, progress, and glory. Thank you very much, sir. Jai Gujarat, Jai Jai Garvi Gujarat, Jai Hind.
Thank you very much, sir. We would now like to invite Mr. Sanjay Mehrotra, CEO, Micron Technologies USA, to deliver his address.
Namaste and good morning. I would like to open by thanking Prime Minister Modi ji. Your vision to make India a global hub for semiconductors will be a huge economic driver for India's future as India marches toward becoming the third largest global economy. I would also like to recognize the several industry leaders who are going to be speaking here today and have already spoken. It truly is an honor for me to share the stage with you to open this critical forum discussing opportunities for India to accelerate domestic manufacturing as India marches towards a very bright future. There is a tremendous opportunity ahead for India in semiconductors. Vibrant Gujarat will also address the visionary ideas that are critical for India's growth as a semiconductor power. Today, I'm proud to represent Micron. Micron is one of the world's largest semiconductor companies and the leader in memory and storage. Micron's innovations have been at the heart of all computing systems for more than 4 decades. Memory is a key enabler of AI, and Micron is a leading powerhouse in memory. I'm proud that in June, we announced plans to build a world-class memory assembly and test facility right here in Gujarat, the first of its kind in India. I'm grateful to the Indian government and all the officials with the great support from Bhupendra Bhaiji and the central government and the state government, all that have been involved in making this investment possible. We have begun phased construction and proud to partner with Tata projects to build this world-class facility. In fact, I visited this facility just yesterday, and the construction is coming along very nicely. The first phase, 500,000 square feet of planned clean room space, will be operational by early 2025. Hiring has already begun, and we estimate that this project will create 5,000 new direct jobs for Micron here in Sanand, Gujarat, and will also create an additional 15,000 community jobs over the coming years. The combined investment by Micron and the government over the course of both phases could reach up to $2.75 billion US. Government support will help fund the project and facilitate access to essential semiconductor infrastructure and resources, which will drive innovation and enhance local talent development. We see our investment helping initiate a cluster of semiconductor investment, building momentum that will benefit India's manufacturing goals. We are hopeful that our investment will help catalyze other investments in the sector, strengthen India's manufacturing capability, drive innovation, and support broader job creation. In fact, I'm pleased that my good friend Jeffrey Chen, who's going to be speaking here soon, of Simtech, is considering bringing his substrate manufacturing capabilities here to Gujarat in support of Micron's plant here. This is an example of the ecosystem, the cluster that Micron is capable of generating as an anchor semiconductor company here in Gujarat, here in India. We are proud to partner with India to bring advanced semiconductor memory assembly and a greater technology manufacturing ecosystem to Gujarat. Together, we are building the future of technology manufacturing, not just for Micron, not just for Gujarat, not just for India, but for the world. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. We would now like to invite Shri Gautam Adani, Chairman, Adani Group.
Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Bhai Modi, distinguished heads of government of our partner countries, His Excellency Governor of Gujarat, Honorable Chief Minister, Shri Bhupendra Bhai Patel, distinguished ministers, captains of industries, and my dear friends. Good morning. It is a privilege to address the 10th Vibrant Gujarat Summit. I take immense pride in having been a part of every one of these summits. Honorable Prime Minister, Vibrant Gujarat is a stunning manifestation of your extraordinary vision. It has all your hallmark signatures, merging grand ambition, massive scale, meticulous governance, and a flawless executions. It ignited a nationwide movement as all our states march forward, competing and cooperating to fundamentally remodel India's industrial landscape. The statistics of the past decade are remarkable. Since 2014, India's GDP has grown by 185% and per capita income by a stunning 165%. This achievement is unparalleled, especially considering this decade's geopolitical conflicts and pandemic challenges. Honorable Prime Minister, your achievements on the international stage are equally remarkable. You have taken us from a country seeking a voice on a global platforms to a nation that now creates the global platforms. The Solar Alliance platform, an initiative you conceptualized, and your leadership at the G20 platform set a benchmark for a more inclusive world order. Adding the Global South to the G20 is a defining moment in our modern history. Honorable Prime Minister, you don't just predict the future, you shape it. You have reoriented India to become the world's fastest growing nation and position her as the global social champion driven by the two philosophies of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam and a Vishwaguru. And the best is yet to come. With your foresight in harnessing India's youth to build a Viksit Bharat and make India a fully developed nation by 2047, you have ensured that the India of today is poised to shape the global future of tomorrow. Honorable Chief Minister, at the previous summit, I announced our investment of over rupees 55,000 crores by 2025. We have already surpassed rupees 50,000 crore across the various sectors I had promised and have vastly exceeded our target of 25,000 direct and indirect jobs. Today, I commit to further investments. We are constructing the world's largest green energy park in Khavda district, Kutch, generating 30 gigawatt of our renewable energy over 725 square kilometers. Even visible is from space. We are expanding the green supply chain for an Atmanirbhar Bharat and creating the largest integrated renewable energy ecosystems. This includes solar panels, wind turbines, hydrogen electrolyzers, green ammonia, PVC, and expansion in copper and cement projects. Over the next 5 years, the Adani Group will invest over rupees 2 lakhs crore in Gujarat, thereby creating over 100,000 direct and indirect jobs. I am grateful for your support. It is my commitment that I will do my part to contribute to a Viksit Gujarat. Thank you. Jai Jai Garvi Gujarat. Jai Hind.
Thank you very much, sir. We would now like to invite Mr. Jeffrey Chun, Global CEO, Simtech, South Korea.
Good morning. Thank you, Honorable Prime Minister, Head of State, Government, Union and State Ministers, senior officials of Government of India, and the State Government of Gujarat for hosting Vibrant Gujarat Global Summit 2024. It is my great honor to participate in this event and given the opportunity to interact with global and national industry leaders and other distinguished guests. As a supply chain partner for the semiconductor assembly and test industry, we, Simtech, provide the best-in-class semiconductor packaging, IC substrates, and high-density interconnect printed circuit boards to our industry-leading customers. We are very excited to share our own angle to the India project as a co-location investment. Following our major customer, Micron's project in the state of Gujarat. I would like to emphasize that this is not our first time supporting our key customers' supply chain network with co-location investment. We have already done our project with Micron in China more than 10 years ago. We have recently executed another project in Malaysia together. Through these projects, we have proven to the market that co-location investment really boosted the growth of a semiconductor ecosystem in the region, and that it also helped our business to settle in the initial stage of the investment, which would not have been possible without the support of the next-door neighbor like Micron. Vibrant Gujarat Global Summit 2024 showcases the global movement of creating a new supply chain network in a fast-growing nation like India. And Simtech, as a company from Korea, is very proud to be part of this movement to achieve a new milestone, making a prosperous Gujarat for self-reliant India supply chain. We are now preparing for another round of co-location investment in India, following Micron's investment plan in Gujarat state. And I'm very pleased to share the progress with the audience today that with the support from the central and state government, we are ready to make an investment, a significant investment in India and create thousands of job opportunities for high-skilled talents in the state of Gujarat together with Micron. And most of all, elevating the India's PCB and IC packaging substrate industry to another level to make India's presence in the semiconductor supply chain network much stronger. We really look forward to further supporting our customers' supply chain, both in India and globally. And we will further enable India's domestic players to be part of the global supply chain ecosystem. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. We now invite Shri N. Chandrasekharan, Chairman, Tata Sons Limited, for his address.
Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, Honorable Chief Minister Shri Bhupendra Bhai Patel ji, Governor of Gujarat, distinguished heads of states, ministers, ladies and gentlemen. It's truly a great privilege and honor to attend and share a few thoughts on the 10th edition of Vibrant Gujarat Global Summit. The steady and spectacular progress of Gujarat consistently over such a long period of time clearly demonstrates the visionary leadership and the mindset of our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji. Thank you, sir, for your leadership to Gujarat and to the whole country and to all of us. The impact of economic development has also resulted in tremendous social development. Gujarat clearly has established itself as the gateway to the future. For the Tata Group, Gujarat is a very special place. The Tata Group's origins started in Navsari, the birthplace of our founder Jamshedji Tata. The Tata Group started its presence here in 1939 with Tata Chemicals, 85 years ago. Today, 21 of our Tata Group companies have a very strong presence, from Tata Power, Tata Motors, Tata Consultancy, our defense company Advanced Systems, Hotel, Tata Steel, and all our retail companies, and Air India, and many other companies. The group employs over 50,000 people in the state of Gujarat. Recently, we have made significant commitments to expand our presence in the state of Gujarat. Sanand is becoming home for all our electric vehicles technology. We expanded the footprint in Sanand with additional capacity so that we can meet the growing demands of the electric vehicles. We concluded and are about to launch the building of a huge gigafactory for 20 gigawatts of lithium-ion batteries in Sanand. The project should start construction in the next couple of months. Then we also are building the C-295 defense aircrafts, initially in Vadodara and then in Dholera, and that work is going on full swing. The Tata Group has also made a commitment and is on the verge of concluding and announcing a huge semiconductor fab in Dholera. And we are about to complete this negotiations and start in 2024. In addition to that, the Tata Group is also building, in partnership with the Government of India and Gujarat government, an Indian Institute of Skills Institute, which will be constructed over 3.2 lakh square feet and should be fully operational and will train more than 25,000 professionals every year, primarily in advanced manufacturing, electric vehicles, advanced electronics, and then hospitality. And the project's first phase will be launched in March 2024. In all, we see Gujarat nation not only for business growth, but for the future advanced technology industries that India is looking to grow at. With all this, Gujarat is one of the most important destinations for the Tata Group, and we hope to play a very important role in the future of the economic development of this state. Thank you once again, Honorable Chief Minister, for inviting me, and thank you, Prime Minister, for your leadership.
Thank you very much, sir. We now invite Mr. Sultan Ahmed bin Sulayem, Chairman, DP World, UAE, for his address.
Honorable Minister Shri Narendra Modi, Honorable Chief Minister of Gujarat Shri Bhupendra Patel, dignitaries of Government of India, UAE and partner countries. Distinguished guests, good morning. It's a great honor and a privilege to address the inaugural session of the 10th edition of the Vibrant Gujarat Global Summit. It is heartening to see Honorable Prime Minister Modi's vision of Vibrant Gujarat became a reality. I would like to congratulate and thank the Government of Gujarat, led by Honorable Chief Minister Bhupendra Patel, for organizing this summit and inviting me. The 10th edition of the Vibrant Gujarat Summit truly showcases its exponential rise as India's premier business forum, guiding the nation to Honorable Prime Minister's vision of Viksit Bharat 2047. Gujarat also have been a pioneer in developing and promoting various industrial clusters and states, such as the Gujarat International Finance Tech City, the Dholera Special Investment Region, and the Gujarat Maritime Cluster, truly acting as the gateway to the future. Gujarat has a special place within the strong bilateral ties between UAE and India. The UAE is one of the biggest overseas investors in Gujarat, having invested more than $2.4 billion since 2017. And these strong connections have seen Gujarat export more than $7 billion worth of goods to UAE in the last year. India was the fastest growing major economy in the world in 2023. This growth is set to continue under the strong leadership of Honorable Prime Minister Modi and Honorable Chief Minister Patel. Through investment and initiative like Gati Shakti, Gujarat and India will continue to realize their potential economic powerhouses. Like the Vibrant Gujarat Summit, DP World also started our operation in Gujarat in 2003 with the opening of the Mundra International Container Terminal. Since 2003, DP World have invested in the state of Gujarat as well in other states in India in the tune of $2.5 billion. To develop multimodal logistics, ecosystem connection ports to free trade zone, container freight station, inland rail terminal, contract logistic, cold chain, and express cargo services. DP World is planning in the next 3 years to invest, in addition to that, $3 billion. We will continue to support Gujarat economy by building state-of-the-art container terminal at Kandla with a capacity of 2 million containers. Looking ahead, we foresee deeper trade, employment, and cultural collaboration between India and UAE. DP World has signed strategic memorandum of understanding with the government of Gujarat on the sideline of the summit, which reiterates our commitment to the state of Gujarat and India. We are proud to partner with the government for the development of India's logistics sector, and we will continue to support the manufacturing industries of Gujarat and the rest of India to make India goods globally competitive and accessible. I am grateful to the government of Gujarat and the organizer for inviting me to this summit. And I'm certain that the 10th edition of Vibrant Gujarat will set new benchmarks for success for years to come. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. We now invite Mr. Shankar Trivedi, Senior Vice President, NVIDIA Global Field Operations, for his address.
Namaste. Good morning, Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Bhai Modi ji, Honorable Chief Minister Bhupendra Bhai Patel ji, distinguished heads of state and leaders of government, and captains of industry, ladies and gentlemen, ane bhaiyo ane behno. It's such a pleasure and honor to be part of so many giant captains of industry here as a humble Ahmedabadi boy who started many years ago, went to IIT Delhi, and now have the privilege of representing NVIDIA at this summit. Generative AI is going to change the way we work, the way we do business, the way we govern, the way we live. Just like the internet starting 30 years ago and the mobile revolution starting 25 years ago, the generative AI revolution will also do the same. Generative AI is going to affect all of you. More than 5 years ago, Prime Minister Narendra Bhai Modi ji invited my CEO Jensen Huang to deliver a lecture to all of the heads of Indian governments in the Vigyan Bhavan. It is the first time that a global leader actually talked about implementing of AI. Thanks to the leadership of Prime Minister Modi ji, it has been a catalyst to accelerate the adoption of generative AI in India and also here in Gujarat. Today, I want to give you 3 specific things that NVIDIA has actioned over the last few months. Number 1, skills development. We have created digital content that can be delivered online and in person to hundreds of thousands of students, developers, researchers, and technical institutions. We are already rolling out this curriculum content on generative AI to all of our business partners here in India, especially the global systems integrators. We are now most willing and keen and eager to partner with universities and technical institutions here in Gujarat and elsewhere in India to deliver this compelling content to the hundreds and thousands of developers in India. India has scale, India has talent, India has amazing data, India has a unique culture. Sovereign generative AI requires scalable AI data center infrastructure, hardware and software in order to be successful. So secondly, I'm delighted to tell you that we are partnering with all of India's leading business groups, the Tatas, Reliance Group, and many others, to set up state-of-the-art AI data center facilities and provision them here in India. Specifically today, I'm very happy to inform you that our partner Yotta is setting up a state-of-the-art AI data center here in Gift City, and it will be available and go live before the end of March. Thank you, sir. And thirdly, we are very strong supporters of Make in India. Make in India for India and make in India for the world. Our partners such as NetWeb and others, Eviden, Atos, are actually already making state-of-the-art AI hardware for consumption here in India and elsewhere in the world. And we are working strongly with partners both in the upstream semiconductor and ecosystems such as Sanjay and his company at Micron and other semiconductor ecosystem partners, as well as downstream partners such as our system OEMs, our ODMs, our contract manufacturers, and other data center providers to establish a very strong AI electronics ecosystem in India, which can service not just here in India and Gujarat, but also the global economy. Thank you again, sir, and it's a pleasure and privilege to be here. Jai Hind, Jai Garvi Gujarat, and of course, God bless America too. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. We now invite Mr. Nikhil Kamath, co-founder and CFO, Zerodha.
I only have 3 minutes today, so I won't waste too much time by talking about me or setting context. Picture a 17-year-old boy, a school dropout in Bangalore from 20 years ago, not particularly smart, not too educated, and no capital at hand. Bangalore from 20 years ago was a lot quieter, greener, without the vibrance that one might associate with Bangalore today. The fact that I'm able to stand here today in front of all of you, people I have idolized for so long, that opportunity to me has been incredible, and that to me is the India story. I often hear people talking about what India could be 10 years from now, what needs to change, or the fact that we will arrive in 10 years, in 5 years, or a certain period of time from today. I think we are standing too close to the trees and not seeing the forest, because the India I am in today, that is the India that to me has already arrived. The opportunities the country threw to a 17-year-old boy, again with no education, no capital, or exceptionally smart, this, in my view, has not happened forever. The last 10 years have been incredible, and I'm not the only exception here in India. I call this the startup ecosystem of India. The big change in India from the last decade, in my opinion, also has been that entrepreneurship has moved from something that we have all watched around us, heard in movies, or thought could happen, something that we aspire to entrepreneurship today, which is something that we all are actively trying. You could take an example of this being a housewife watching Shark Tank, a small-time shoe salesman selling online on Flipkart. These are not stories that existed 10 years ago. To that one malleable ecosystem for people like me to thrive, and millions of other who we call the youth of India to thrive, I would like to say thank you, Modi ji, for having created this ecosystem for all of us. Growing up, I used to talk to people, that one relative in my family who went abroad, studied and did very well. Traveling to the West seemed to be the best thing that could happen to anybody. Today, when I talk to Indians in the West who have done very well, The only thing I hear from them, it's a very young word, I call it FOMO, the fear of missing out. They're talking about India as the story that they fear missing out today. That change which has happened in the last 10 years is so evident to see that it makes me feel proud, it makes me feel like I'm in the right place at the right time, and that place today is India. I often ask people if their life was a book, what would they call the current chapter? It's a good question for all of us to ask ourselves. When I look at India and I ask myself, what would be this chapter in the book of India? The first word that came up in my mind was arrived. And finally, as I stand here in a room full of politicians, diplomats, dignitaries, mentors, I don't look upon this ecosystem as potential, as the way I'm looking at this today is we're all potential partners in a story that could change the global economic landscape today, and that story is India. And to all the foreign investors here, India is seemingly looking like the coolest party in town. I think what you need to be aware of is if you arrive too late, you might not get in. So I'd like to thank everybody, thank Modi ji for this opportunity. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much, sir. Today we have with us dignitaries from a number of countries. We would like to invite them to share their thoughts with us today. We would like to invite His Excellency Mr. Shin Hosaka, Vice Minister for International Affairs, Japan.
Namaskar. Good morning. Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Honorable Chief Minister of Gujarat, Pendra Patel, distinguished guests, all the delegates in attendance, my name is Shin Hosaka, Vice Minister for International Affairs of the Ministry of Economy, Trade and Industry of Japan, or METI for short. First of all, on behalf of the Japanese government, I'd like to express our gratitude to Prime Minister Modi for the letter to our Prime Minister Kishida expressing his condolences regarding the large earthquake January 1st in the Noto region in Japan. Thank you very much. Well, thank you for graciously inviting me to Vibrant Gujarat 2024. It's a great honor to have a speech in this Sunday event. With the world facing multiple crises that include natural disasters, climate change, and geopolitical tensions, from international cooperation for addressing challenges on the global scale is taking on greater importance. I wish to express my admiration for the formidable leadership of Prime Minister Modi, who despite such difficult circumstances has successfully upheld India's great responsibility of the G20 presidency and continued to tackle the promotion of economic cooperation among the global South nations and the resolution of other challenges on a worldwide scale. India and Japan are special strategic global partners bound by the universal values of freedom, democracy, human rights, and rule of law that we have shared over our long history of exchange. Being that we are at such global turning point, I firmly feel that more than ever, the strengthening of relations between India and Japan in the economic sector is imperative for the sake of carving out a sustainable, peaceful future. Up to this point, Japanese corporations have continued to invest in the nation of India with a cumulative amount of investment between 2000 and 2023 reaching $38.3 billion. This amount is second in the world when tax havens are excluded. The number of Japanese corporations that have entered into the Indian market and the number of their bases of operations they have respectively reached 1,400 and 4,800. Over time, these corporations have kept on contributing to the further development of India's manufacturing sector, particularly the automotive field. In the state of Gujarat, a manufacturing industry ecosystem centered on the 4- and 2-wheeled vehicle sectors have been intensively built there. In order to further accelerate the Make in India initiative, Japan will further tackle the improvement of the investment environment through support for Japanese industrial parks. Gujarat currently hosts 6 Japanese-style manufacturing schools where we develop human resources to work on the manufacturing front lines. We intend to continue lending our cooperation in this field going forward. Initiatives by Japanese corporations are also extremely active. To give an example, Suzuki has already produced 750,000 vehicles at its Gujarat-based factory that it sells all over the world, not just in India. Moreover, the company has also adopted a plan to export electric vehicles produced in Gujarat to Japan and Europe in 2025 and beyond. I feel deep gratitude towards the Indian Gujarat governments for their cooperation for so long. Last July, we announced the Japan-India Industrial Co-Creation Initiatives in order to go beyond cooperation in the automotive industry and other existing industry domains to create industries in the name of further developing relations between our respective nations as we move forward. In the semiconductor, hydrogen green, and digital domains in particular, METE is carrying out preparation to proactively assist with business development in India. For cooperation surrounding semiconductors, in July 2023, we executed the Japan-India Semiconductor Supply Chain Partnership and launched a policy dialogue. Last November, we promptly held our first meeting of that partnership, which had over 100 individuals representing Japanese semiconductor-related enterprises in attendance. This time, as well, we carefully selected some semiconductor corporations with considerable potential to contribute to India and asked them to accompany us here. We hope to go beyond contribution to the establishment of semiconductor ecosystem in India in the form of developing semiconductor manufacturing environment, improving the logistic environment, and developing semiconductor human capital. For the hydrogen domains as well, we are providing support for attracting Japanese cooperation to India and lowering the initial risk associated with the start of operations in order to accelerate cooperation with the nation. In fact, world-leading equipment such as water electricity systems and ammonia mixed combustion burners is in the process of being introduced in India. In addition, METE will enact budgetary measures of $200 million for the purpose of accelerating economic cooperation with India. Our hope is to develop concrete projects through these funds towards the future. The concept of vibrant Gujarat 2024 is gateway to the future. Let Japan, with its accumulation of technology, and India, whose growth is just beginning, join hands in driving forward the international society and carving out the future of the world. I will close my speech with the pledge of cooperation as a representative of Japan, India's best friend. Thank you for being such an attentive audience. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. We now invite His Excellency Mr. Ibrahim Yusuf Al Mubarak, Assistant Minister of Investment, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, for his address.
الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. دولة رئيس الوزراء ناريندرا مودي، معالي رئيس الوزراء باتيل رئيس وزراء ولاية جوجرات، أصحاب الفخامة والسمو والمعالي الحضور الكرام، السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. نامستي. يشرفني الانضمام إليكم هنا في ولاية جوجرات، والتي تجمع اليوم قادة حكومات وقطاع الأعمال والاستثمار من جميع أنحاء العالم، وأنقل لكم تحيات مولاي خادم الحرمين الشريفين الملك سلمان بن عبد العزيز آل سعود، وسمو سيدي ولي العهد ورئيس مجلس الوزراء الأمير محمد بن سلمان إلى حكومة الهند بقيادة دولة الرئيس مودي، لاستضافتها لهذه النسخة العاشرة من قمة جوجرات العالمية النابضة بالحياة. اسمحوا لنا بداية أن نشيد برحلة الهند الاقتصادية المبهرة، والتي وصلت بالهند إلى المرتبة الخامسة على مستوى العالم من حيث الاقتصاد والاستثمار الأجنبي المباشر. كما نهنئكم على رئاستكم الناشئة، وهو مما يهمنا بالتأكيد كعضو في مجموعة ال20، إضافة إلى أننا نفخر بانضمامنا إلى البريكس في هذا العام. منذ أن انطلقت رؤية المملكة 2030 قبل ما يقارب 8 سنوات، ارتفع ناتجنا المحلي بنسبة 66%، وتضاعف استثمارنا الأجنبي المباشر 4 مرات، ونحن على بعد نقطة واحدة فقط من هدفنا المتمثل أن تصبح المملكة العربية السعودية أحد أكبر 15 اقتصادا في العالم بنهاية هذا العقد بإذن الله. إن مكانة المملكة كشريك استثماري في البنى التحتية التقليدية والطاقة في القرن العشرين تتجاوز ذلك، لتشمل القطاعات الصناعية والخدمية في القرن ال21 مثل السياحة والثقافة والنقل والطاقة المتجددة وتقنية المعلومات والاتصالات والمدن والمصانع الذكية، بالإضافة إلى البناء والنفط والغاز. إضافة إلى أن أصول صندوق الاستثمارات العامة السعودي تجاوزت 700 مليار ريال، كما يحتل سوق الأسهم في المملكة المرتبة التاسعة عالميا، بعد أن صعد من المرتبة ال25 في عام 2016، وقد بلغت الشركات المدرجة في السوق السعودي أكثر من 200 شركة، ويشاركنا اليوم مجموعة من هذه الشركات. إن مشاريع المملكة تعد فريدة من نوعها من حيث النطاق والطموح، لأنها تمثل بعضا من أكبر المشاريع المستقلة على مستوى العالم، وتوفر للمستثمرين فرصة استثنائية لإعادة تعريف الصناعات والحصول على حصة في السوق، ومنها نيوم، مشروع البحر الأحمر، الجدية والعلا، ومشروع بوابة الدرعية وغيرها من المشاريع. وخلال هذه القمة ستتاح لكم الفرصة لمعرفة المزيد مباشرة من الأشخاص الذين صمموا هذه المشاريع وقادوها منذ البدايات. أصحاب الفخامة والسمو والمعالي الحضور الكريم، إن المملكة العربية السعودية لا تشترك مع الهند في المصالح الاستراتيجية فحسب، بل تشتركان أيضا في طموحات مماثلة تشمل التحول الرقمي والابتكار والدفاع والفضاء. كما تفخر المملكة بكونها جزءا من الاتفاقية التاريخية والتي تم الإعلان عنها على هامش قمة مجموعة العشرين المثمرة التي عقدتها الهند في سبتمبر الماضي، وهي اتفاقية إنشاء ممر اقتصادي يربط الهند والشرق الأوسط وأوروبا بالسكك الحديدية وخطوط الموانئ وخطوط الأنابيب كذلك، مثل كابلات البيانات والهيدروجين والكهرباء، مما سيعزز بإذن الله سلاسل الإمداد والتوريد في جميع أنحاء العالم، مع خلق فرص استثمارية غير مسبوقة في المملكة والهند والدول الشريكة الأخرى. في الختام أشكر مضيفين الكرام جميعا على استضافتنا، ونسأل الله بهذه القمة التوفيق والنجاح، وأشكركم جميعا على اهتمامكم وحسن الاستماع. شكرا جزيلا، والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Thank you very much, sir. We now invite Lord Tariq Ahmed, Minister of State, Middle East, North Africa, South Asia, United Nations and the Commonwealth, UK, for his address.
Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, Chief Minister, President, Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, and keeping with the tradition, I too can use the phrase, bhaiyo aur behno. ब्रितानी सरकार की तरफ से भारतीय सरकार को नमस्कार और बहुत-बहुत बधाई हो। मुझे बड़ी खुशी है कि आज ब्रितानी का सरकार का नुमाइंदा एक ऐसा इंसान है जिसका हिंदुस्तान से एक गहरा ताल्लुक है। Prime Minister Modi ji, you defined the living bridge between our United Kingdom and India. And therefore it is appropriate that I also extend the greetings of my Prime Minister, Rishi Sunak, indeed the son-in-law of Bharat, the son-in-law of India. And on this occasion of the 10th Vibrant Gujarat, it's my honor to represent the British government on this auspicious occasion. This summit has truly, in every sense, served as a masterclass on how to go about it. As we've seen captains of industry line up and say, is truly remarkable of India-Bharat's story. Our nations may be separated by thousands of miles geographically, but that vast distance can diminish with the warmth between our people, that living bridge. And there is so much in common between our two nations. I'm going to park the whole theory of cricket for a moment, but that is an important bridge. And to those nations represented here who don't quite understand cricket, I assure you we, the UK and India, stand together in helping you understand this great game. But India's leadership, and in congratulating the Prime Minister and indeed the whole government of India on G20 last year, was a true testament to its determination. And I'm grateful to my friend, the Minister for External Affairs, Jaishankar ji, for your leadership during that occasion, along with Prime Minister Modi ji as well. And I'm really confident, Prime Minister, that this living bridge of people and ideas and innovation will truly make our partnership a potent combination for the years ahead. And I just want to reflect briefly on the why this is. India is the second largest investor in the United Kingdom. More than 900 Indian businesses operate in the United Kingdom. Indian FDI in the UK is growing faster than any other country. And for our part, the United Kingdom has a unique mix of world-class expertise and indeed talent. Total trade in goods between our two nations stands at over £38 billion. That's close to $50 billion. And that's increased in the last year alone by 24%. And that demonstrates the real strength between the two nations. The United Kingdom is the most globally connected economy in the G20, ranked second globally for soft power, and the first in the G7 for international research, collaboration and impact. And I know those are important